And we're off. Mr. Unlucky, 0 to 100. Poker challenge on Global Poker. We took a couple of losses, but we got a little bit of money back with our daily bonus. We're at 723 after today's buy-in. This is a 55-cent, 9-person sit and go. Current blind's 1530. We start with 1500 chips. Turbo format, 5-minute blinds. All right, second hand of the game. We got pocket nines. We're probably going to play this unless somebody goes crazy. I do like pocket nines. We're just going to call and see a flop. A lot of times, later position, this is definitely a raise hand, but we're early on. We don't want to commit too many chips too early. We want to conserve these chips. Here's a little trivia fact for you. Pocket nines make quads more than any other pair in Hold'em. All right, looking for a 9 of clubs here. Or 9 of diamonds. We have neither. Not going to go crazy with the king queen on the board. We'll take another card, as that is a very small bet. Yeah, we're most likely behind here to a king and certainly to a queen. And, let's see what these guys turn over. Nope. I'm guessing a king. Ace-4, too early in the game. I'll go ahead and fold that. All right. Not a huge fan of king 9 right now. Let's let that one go. All right. So much for overplaying second pair. Top pair took it down. I'm going to get rid of queen 7. I normally do a full commentary here, but there's not a whole lot going on in the early stages usually of a 9-person sit and go. So unless anything interesting comes up, I'm not going to bore you with every single hand's gameplay. If I see something that is relevant, I will definitely chime in, but we may skip around here at the beginning. Top 3 players get paid. We're hoping to increase our bankroll today with a cash. All right. Who has a club? Not Oakley. All right, now we're in the big blind. We have an ace-8. We'll most likely defend with an ace-8 unless it's an absurd over bet. As a general rule, when the price is cheap, I do like to defend my big blind with a hand like this early in the tournament because I don't want people to think they can roll over me later in the tournament. Not really a raising opportunity. We're hoping to flop 2 pair or better here. we flopped a bottom pair, and there's an obvious straight draw on the board, so we will tread extremely lightly. I don't even know if that's worth a call, because if we get raised, I don't want to waste the 50 chips, and I have a feeling there will be a raise later on in this hand. Let's ride this one out, see where we're at. All right, Hobo Joe appears to have been value betting and took it down. 10-8 offsuit. This is another one of those hands that's kind of fun in a cash game. Rather be in position with it. But we're going to go ahead and let this one go. Let's move on. With a flop top pair, which will oftentimes get you into trouble in a situation like this. Jack 10, Queen 10, King 10, Ace 10, all very possible. 10-9, you're up against two pair. Definitely never want to go crazy with top pair early in a sit and go. But Hobo's got a customer. Mary Jo might have been on a flush draw there. And I think a small bet from Hobo Joe will take this down. I don't know about that small. It's beyond a value bet, but if Mary Jo completely whiffed, just going to have to fold here regardless. Yeah, I'm not sure what she was calling with when middle pair, no kicker, takes it down. Possibly an ace high flush draw. That was a bad call, even for $60. King queen button. We are going to play this again. I'm going to play it. Oh, he re-raised for us, so I'm going to play it a little light. No re-raise. It's not a hand I want to commit too many chips to. Hopefully we just get a call here. Sometimes at that level we'll get a frisky all in. We got a gut shot straight. 10 would make us the nut straight. We're certainly going to call with two over cards. I don't love the re-raise, but we're going to peel off another card. Hope for a 10 or king or a queen. Almost certainly up against the jack. Making these pot odds real enticing, but I'm going to let this go because I think really only the 10 would be what I was looking for here. Berkeley's got a call for 60 more, and we would have whiffed. I think we're going to be looking at maybe an ace jack or a jack 10 or something like that. Wow. All right. Just a horrible read on that hand by me. Had no idea why Hobo Joe was even in it. And that's just an example of bad sit and go poker right there. Let's skip ahead. Well, we got an all in on the same hand here with one customer. Let's see what we got. King second, just a horrible call. And this hand is over. All right, if we can get our money in good against Hobo Joe, he's obviously looking to give it away at this point. That would be a great situation. 9-5 is not going to do it. Let's move on.
Josh, I think it's taking a little rest.
King 3 is garbage in this spot, especially to a raise. We're going to fold here, move on. 7-8, fun in a cash game later in position. First to act, that's an easy fold. You get a lot of folks who will read a book by, say, the great Doyle Brunson and think that small city connectors are the way to play poker. And in some cases, they can be. Usually, it's cash game, not in a tournament. Often a good way to bleed a lot of chips. We would have flopped an open ender here, but not a great open ender. Queen Jack is certainly the nuts and very possible in this situation. But just to reiterate, don't get married to small suited connectors, especially in early position, especially early in a game. If you're in late position, you can see a flop super cheap. They can be profitable, but tread lightly. Big blind, queen six. Well, we're going to take a freebie here. Flop something amazing like queen six, but that didn't happen, and that's an easy fold. So for those of you who've watched the last 3 episodes, if you remember in my first episode, which was a 25-cent six-handed sit and go, I got a lot of good hands for as short as that sit and go was, and made the game fairly easy. I did have to make 1 or 2 pretty decent folds with top pair to stay out of harm's way. But then these last 3 nine-handed games have been really rough. Haven't been getting a whole lot of solid hands. Have been driven down into a low, below 1,000 chip count fairly early on. We're in 7th out of 7 right now. We were in 6th out of 6th and 5 out of 5 for a while. Yeah, we're going to complete this one. Hope to hit something special, which we did not. So again, we're going to check and move on. Yeah, it's funny. We went on a good run for a while. I was cashing probably in at least every other sit and go for a couple of days. And then the last ones that I've recorded have just been super dry. And that's the way poker goes sometimes. The key is to really watch your bankroll management, not move up in levels to try and catch up, because that's a great way to bleed through your bankroll. Ooh, 6 versus 4-6, solid. Blinds are up to 75, 150. We have 880. We're the short stack, so if we see something nice, we're probably going to get it all in pre-flop. Let's let these guys think for a while. We'll be back on the next hand. That was pretty uneventful, and we're back with 3 5s. Not where we want to be at this point. We're looking for a solid double up or better. Double up with blinds is always nice. Let's see what the flop looks like. So this will be interesting. Yeah, I was going to say he should be betting here since he limped on the button. No reason to assume Fish has an ace, but maybe he does. I'm going to say maybe a 10. Could have hit a, yeah, maybe the crazy 2 pair. All right. Apparently, Oakley was just representing. Well, this is the ideal situation. We have aces. Haven't seen these in a little bit. We got a raise in front of us, which is even better. Hopefully, we'll be scooping more money. Or will Mr. Unlucky get unlucky with aces? We're going to find out. Raise, re-raise. We got 1 caller behind. I expect Hobo Joe to call. Uh-oh. Don't love that. Looking for something a little more benign. Look at Queen 8-6. We're up against deuces and King 8. And we are good. Nope, we're not. He made a flush, and there you go. All right, and that's how it goes for Mr. Unlucky and the rest of you sometimes when your aces get cracked. I'll see you in the next episode.
Kind of felt, Ganesh. I lost everything.